Am I late? I'm a minute late. Frickin' heck. Look. Listen, I can change the thumbnail after. I meant it when I said y'all could pick. Hello, it's me, DC, your friendly neighborhood poodle, because my hair has air dried and it is a nightmare. Can you see the mushroom shape that we've achieved here? I'm just kidding. Does she stay in the thumbnail, though? Yes, she would stay in both because we've got Brendan Bouchard. Here's what we've got. We have one where she's talking about Avi and celery. Then we have other celery. She's calling these her joyful juicing something or others. I'm fired. I am fired. Yes, I'm firing myself. Harper's in charge. She's taking over my channel. I tried to get Danielle to hop on, but she can't. Conflicting schedules. I just need to make a ton of money so I can pay Danielle to be my friend. You know what I'm saying? I know. End of month. I'm just kidding. I was joking around with Danielle like it was end of month, you know, like the MLM people do. But I was just joking. I would give you all of my hair if I could. I wish that was a thing. I would give it to cancer survivors. Absolutely. Wait, what? I'm imagining she's seated on a Krispy Kreme. I know. I felt like that left so much to the imagination. That's what she was actually sitting on. I had to run it through. Listen, where is it? Where did I guess I didn't. Here. Let me show y'all. I had to run it through my interpolation software. Replace. Oh my God. Because it was too low res with my screenshot, and then it just made what she was sitting on look like a vegetable, which was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. How is everyone? Do we have to choose though? If you don't want to, I can choose for you, but we'll let me get my screen share going. Christina, hello. Can you send me your address one more time because I'm a little loud. Can you send me your address one more time because I have Corinthians hat in your hat. In Instagram DMs. 2 lives in 1 day. Yes, I know people are like, I'm trying to catch up. You don't have to catch up. Mostly I'm stoking a fire, if that makes sense. So I figure not everyone is interested in all the same content. So I'm throwing the kitchen sink at the wall and figuring my life out. You know what I mean? It does look like it's a donut. It does. Or like a filled donut. Yep. I'm growing my hair out for cancer patients. My hair would be 2.5 wigs. That's incredible. You're amazing, Harper. My anxiety has been awful tonight. This and Dreamlight Valley is perfect way to help settle down. I love that, Wolverine. I hope you are able to recover and reset and just have a comfy, cozy evening. Jen M. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. I feel like a poodle, but I appreciate the support. I brush my hair and then it's still drying. If that, you can see it's like clumpy. That's okay. I'm grateful for my hair. It's just a little huge. Hello from my couch. We miss you, Danielle. It's not going to be the same without you. I'm just going to have to figure out how to go on, you know? Streams with Jessie Lee Ward are way more fun with Danielle. I will tell you that right now. Okay, so we have one with that I screen recorded the other night. And so I just need to figure out what color shirt she had on. Let's go. Oh, did she delete this one? This is the one where she was talking about Avi. Let me see if she deleted it. Oh no, here it is. It is 32 minutes. Back to the joyful juicing kitchen from a day ago, letting you know what I'm doing today. Have you heard about the yacht? And then we have Brendan Bouchard from 2 days ago. I jumped on a call just to chat as friends and get to know each other more with Brendan Burchard. Sorry, I spelt it wrong in the caption. Burchard. This afternoon, want to share some of the key takeaways with you. So she's monetizing her conversations with her friends. Love that for us. And I am fine with pivoting entirely. Fancying meeting you all here. Dave, I feel like I've seen you so much recently and it makes me so happy. Danielle's here for moral support, as I'm sure we will need it. We do need it. We absolutely do. Ladies on Lions, howdy. Yes, the Stream Goat, thanks you for your sacrifice. The Stream Goat will be making many appearances tonight because we need the Stream Goat support.
With the stream.
I also ordered some, they're called decibels for in-ear, cheap in-ears, because I stepped on, in the process of coming to my parents' house, I stepped on my good in-ears. And anyways, I ordered these cheap ones that you put in hot water and you mold to your ears. So I think they're going to stay in my ears. So I'm happy about that. All 3. She would be friends with Brendan. I took a bath 3 hours ago and my hair is still damp. DC does bet me in. Yes, I feel like Harper and I are in the same neighborhood. Did you used to make yourself a beard with your hair growing up? Because I would rock a beard, you know? It's just huge. Danielle, have you covered Brendan Burchard on your channel? Finally, I'm not super late. Yes, Stream Goat has just been keeping us company. Brendan is very annoying. I don't think he's actually on this. I think she's just name dropping. She's just talking about her conversation. So I think she's trying to monetize that she is buddies with Brendan. Oh my God. I want to drive to see Danielle so bad. And she hasn't even invited me on her trip, but I'm like so close I could go see her. Yeah, the weather has been wild in Dallas though, so heads up. Hi, Ov. How are you? All right. Literally, I'm not playing around. Viewer's choice. What do y'all want to do? Let me just put this on the screen. Okay. Let me see if I can. Sometime today. Okay. Let me make this bigger. I was trying to check if I was doxing myself because I still have to fix my other stream. Hello, Champy. Why don't you go lay down, buddy? You want to see? Come here. Come here. You don't want to? He doesn't want to get up on the chair. Screen share. Do. This is our first option. I brought my monitors from home. I saved up for them in there, but I have 2 LGs and they're like having 4 screens. So this is option 1. This is option 2. Those are all reels. Why am I not centered? We don't know. We're not professionals here. I'm free all day Friday. The boss has to work. Oh my God. Okay, I'll Instagram you. This one, I don't know if this one's good or not, but I know that she is bringing up how incredible the relationship is with Avi in this one. And these are reels, and we've got more freaking juicing. So y'all get to pick. I make a lot of stuff and rarely post any. I have a list of semi-famous and famous people I'd love to grab a beer with. You know? Oh. I would love that. A chill hangout session with drinks. And food. I love food. I love food. I love good food. I don't like bad food. Y'all, if y'all don't know, I've bought a Monstera stitch marker from Ov, and it's incredible. Avi. Okay. Avi and juice. Okay, we'll start with Avi, and if we have more time, we'll do the other stuff. I'm in reality though. I would cry from joy. The abs finally scored. Husband is happy. Food is so good. Listen. As someone who's had to give up a lot of food recently for juicing, because I can't keep anything down, I will tell you I love food. And I was able to eat a piece of salmon and sweet potato tonight, and I'm stoked. And sweet tea on board. Ov? Let me find your... Ov, can you link... what's the name of your Etsy shop again? Oh, I know. I can just look at mine. Hold on. I'm just going to look at my orders so I can link Ov's shop. View all orders. Fiddlesticks? Etsy, what are you doing? Purchases. View all orders. There we go. I know I bought some cardigan. Oh no, Ov, I didn't save it to my account. Can you link your shop again? Tekoro. Okay, thank you. I'm linking it right now. How do I link the full shop though? Here we go. This is Ov's shop, and I'm going to put it in Nightbot so y'all can support Ov. Incredible artistic stitch markers and other amazing things. Earrings. Floof paw print stitch markers. They're so cute. And I got the Monstera one. Where's the Monstera one? Is there any more Monsteras? Oh my god. Freaking bats. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to get some for Halloween. I love Halloween. I'm stuck looking at Ov stuff. I'm trying to find the Monstera because I love plants. I'm just looking through. There's so many plants. Oh my god, a bunny. Stop it. Okay. There's 22 pages of stuff. You will have to go get some stuff from Ov because incredibly affordable, just great quality. Ov is a you know, I don't have channel members, but you know, a regular in the live chat, a great person to support. I know. I love knit. I just learned how to knit a few months ago. I freaking love it. And I love stitch markers and how cute they are. Oh, heck yes. Praise be. I have a few Monsteras. I'm working on a huge batch of new stuff and restocks. Holy crap. I cannot wait. I'm going to make sure to add you to Nightbot, Ov. Log in. So that we can always link Ov's channel. Add a command. OV. Ov has an incredible Etsy shop. See all the goodies here. All right. I'm trying to see where the main... Yep. Here we go. Can I share this? I'm trying to get the best link. I think this is the right one. I'm going to paste it over here and see if that's it. Yep, great. All right. I'm adding you to Nightbot. Submit. Let's use it. Hello, Sky. We are linking Ov. Yes, I just linked it. Hopefully it'll come up. I was trying to make sure I got the main page. Av has an incredible Etsy shop. See all the goodies here. And it's the etsy.com/shop/Tekoro. Okay, bye Danielle. We'll miss you. The stream won't be the same without you. All right, let's do the obby one. Have fun and like the stream. Thank you. All right, Snuggle, Firefox, and Buddy. Hello, Shannon. All right. Okay. Oh my God. Have y'all seen the one? Oh, I don't want to see it because it's gross. Okay. We're going to do this one first.
What's going on, guys? So I gotta make my...
Holy crap. I guess we'll just play it from... We will play it from the... Did I forget how to live stream in 12 hours? And Chrome. I did forget. I do like the rounded corners though, so I'm gonna keep them. Is that good enough for y'all? Do we hate this? Do we love it? Am I indecisive? My own fault. Okay. Now my hands will go in front of the video. Tekora means spirit of creation in one of the languages I made because my favorite thing is just making things. I love that off. That's amazing. Hi, Katya. You have not missed anything. Queen of technical difficulties and the poodle hair has just been running my mouth. We were deciding what we wanted to look at, and we are looking at the Avi stream first, and it involves celery. I'm working on a design inspired by Jessie Lee Ward's coffee enemas. Oh my God. You're gonna have to send me a picture, Modest Hermit. Rounded corners are nice. I know, it's like, I feel like we don't have any tangents either, so, and we are centered horizontally, so, except we have a tangent with my shoulder, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm not quite in the center. Why am I like this? I don't know. I've always been like this. I know. You are just in time. We are past the cursey word countdown. Oh, I need to play the disclaimer. Please hold. Oh my God. Why am I like this? Okay. BRB. Dave, if it's celery enemas, I'm done. And don't worry, it's not, I don't think. Also, y'all don't need an expensive juicer like this. You can get a slower, better juicer for less money that basically gets it all the way dry from the very time like it goes through the machine. How do I know this? My mother-in-law, before she passed away, when we first got married, gave me one, and I've had it for 10 years, and it's incredible. Bella Marie, I just arrived, was hoping you'd have an update on her. I've been watching her Facebook reels, etc., and was thinking, OMG, DC needs to have a live on this. I sit down and, yay, thank you, Bella Marie. That's so nice of you. Just a couple of housekeeping. Please no talk of karma. There are a lot of incredible people who get cancer, and it is not karmatic justice when people get cancer. I know live chat already kind of knows the ropes over here, but I have lost a lot of incredible people to cancer, and I don't think that it's fair to have that conversation about karma when cancer touches everyone. Hey Kylie. I wouldn't put celery enemas past her at this point. You know, everything is going up the butt. We hate it. And the reason why have I been covering this? A misinformation is kind of insidious. Health misinformation is. There's, because of, at least in the US, the way the system is, some people don't have access to medical care. And you have people in multi-level marketing companies swooping in and filling these gaps that have been created because of some of the problems with our system, and filling them with solutions that are not solutions, and they're expensive at that. And the medical medium, oh, I guess we should read this first. The medical medium, the person that she has been looking at for forever, or she started drinking all of his stuff, there's not a good history there. Okay. Medical. Where is it? Someone sent me the link. It's basically the medical mediums. The medical medium celery assistant passes away. I'm trying to find it. Someone sent me the link. Let me see if I can search my DMs. I know it was probably Danielle who sent me it. Oh my God. Where are my DMs? Oh my God, it was Danielle. The shaky science. Here we go. We're going to read it first because we're not playing around. Oh my God, I can't read Apple News. Dadgummit. Except 3 months free. Okay. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to try to do this. Sorry. I'm indecisive tonight. Okay. I am going to plug in and hopefully share my screen. My face is, yes. Share screen is itchy. I am going to do my iPhone. Tall. All right. Okay. Where's the Apple News? Right there. All right. Medical medium and holy crap. Who has a license? Okay. Medical medium and the true believer. When Stephanie Tissoni met Anthony William, a cult famous self-billed clairvoyant, she felt an instant content warning, death. She felt an instant connection. Her belief in his abilities was unwavering. Her life would never be the same. By Dan Adler. Stephanie Tissoni began pursuing new answers to her health concerns in 2013. She was 33 and had already molded her life around nutrition for years, traveling from her home in Newtown, Pennsylvania, to Hawaii and Southeast Asia to meet other raw vegans. Her family has a history of cancer, and after testing positive for 2 gene mutations correlating to an increased risk for breast cancer, she thought reconfiguring her diet could help. This is the reason Jessie Lee Ward is juicing, is because of the medical medium. On the advice of the mother of a family for whom she had nannied, Tissoni booked a consultation with Anthony William, known on social media and in his books as the medical medium, a 53-year-old former health and food store owner from Connecticut. William claims that at 4 years old, a spirit visited him and gave him the ability to scan bodies for a disease by sight. During Tassoni's hour-long $400 phone call with William, he said that heavy metals from vaccines caused her migraines and that the Epstein-Barr virus was hiding out in her liver. He recommended that she start a regimen of wild blueberries, spirulina, cilantro, zinc, and vitamin B12, and later said that high estrogen levels fueled her headaches. William has said that negative energy can be a source of disease. William has said that negative energy can be a source of disease and that he can teach you to clear it, that he can give followers emotional support to rewire their brains and souls after post-traumatic stress disorder from long-term illness, that he can speak to the entity he calls the spirit of compassion on their behalf. What a scam artist. He has said that his information is decades ahead of science, that he knows if objects are hidden in the walls of old homes, and that he fell into a long coma after running past a chemical spill from an overturned truck. His former associates say that much of his follower base is made up of women dealing with chronic illness and pain. Holy shit. It actually tells you that what's wrong and how to fix it. Tassoni would later tell a friend, "That's why Anthony's approach is so empowering." The diagnostic call buoyed her, and she started learning William's vernacular. The true cause of breast cancer is the Epstein-Barr virus. Holy shit. He wrote in his 2017 book, Thyroid Healing. In the coming years, Tassoni and Williams developed a friendship, and he eventually dropped his consultation fees. She began to work for William as an occasional assistant, accompanying him on trips to visit clients and speak at events. She held out hope. She often told friends and family that she could one day work for him full-time. Through his counsel, William declined repeated requests to comment on the record for the story. William is a frantic presence on his YouTube channel and social media accounts. He has 4 million Instagram followers. An article about his work published by Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop, I'm getting mad, in 2015 became the site's most read story that year. With his hair tied in its regular short ponytail, William showed up in a YouTube video with Novak Djokovic's, are you serious? Wife Helena in 2019 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, waving his hand over Kim Kardashian and Kanye West in a podcast interview with Kate Hudson. He traveled to Los Angeles to make nighttime house calls for patrons. You're saying you don't have enough money to pay her? Doesn't matter now. In 2019, publications including his magazine traced surging demand for celery juice among the wealthy and health conscious in one of his signature recommendations. To some degree, William has drawn from folk tradition in his work. He has compared himself to Edgar Cayce, who claimed to be clairvoyant and became known as a founding father of New Age. Holy shit. Williams' ascent has also coincided with the boom the wellness industry has undergone in the last decade as an ever-growing swath of consumers explores ideas like raw diets and detoxes. It's been a boon to a now common brand of social media entrepreneur. For many followers, William has functioned as an amusement or a supplement health source. To a certain percentage of true believers, though, the medical medium serves as community and identity, and also a source of health and misinformation that keeps people from going to the doctor. But okay, we didn't say that yet. As William gained more exposure, experts began to warn against his pseudoscience. Thank God. Promoting the medical medium is no different than promoting anti-V views or cleanses or coffee enemas. Jennifer Gunter, a San Francisco OBGYN and leading goop critic, told the online magazine In Verse in 2018. The minimum is that people waste money, but there is a great potential for harm with many of the therapies that are recommended and delays in diagnosis. Hello, everyone joining. I'm just going to finish reading so I don't cry, and then I will say hello to you all. William often folds his defense against such critiques into his pitch. I noticed that there's this desperate need to take down the medical medium out there, he recently said in an online chat group. Maybe because the information that you're sharing doesn't hold up to freaking science, my guy. Like other alternative health practitioners, William's site includes standard disclaimer language. Quote, Anthony William is not a licensed medical doctor. No shit. Chiropractor, osteopathic physician, naturopathic doctor, nutritionist, pharmacist, psychologist, psychotherapist, or other formally licensed healthcare professional, practitioner, or provider of any kind. Anthony William, medical medium, does not render medical, psychological, or other professional advice or treatment, nor does it provide or prescribe any medical diagnosis, treatment, medication, or remedy. Then why do people use your stuff in that way? I know this is long-winded. I feel like it's important. Tassoni's belief in William never wavered. She was, according to her friends and family, a 30-something woman with a high emotional quotient, a lifelong student with a tendency to commit herself totally to various diet protocols or gurus. Where other of William's millions of followers might treat his dictates as larks or view them as part of the vast online orbit of self-billed health experts, Tassoni found herself transfixed. Stephanie related to Anthony as he said he was, says a friend, just under God. Through her association with William, Tassoni spent time at the homes of Robert De Niro and Demi Moore, where he would advise them to buy thousands of dollars in supplements. Representatives for both actors declined to comment. God dang it. Between 2014 and 2017, according to a record of Tassoni's text and voice messages obtained from her brother, Tassoni and William kept in regular communication that was as steady as it was wide-ranging. They analyzed her health and his career progress. She asked him about the circumstances of actor Brittany Murphy's death and how to handle debt. Tassoni also frequently texted with William's wife, Rachel Schultzman, and several medical medium associates about various ailments and her understanding of William's advice. Before William started his current business, he and Schutzman ran a health food store in the roughly 2,000-person town of Machias, Maine. Machias? According to a 2001 report in local newspaper The Lubeck Light, the shop marked the couple's first retail venture since William began his career in natural healing in 1985. William eventually moved to Florida, where a Naples yoga studio advertised $12 medical intuitive readings with him. He began phone consultations as the medical medium in the early 2010s and saw his profile begin to rise. He performed a reading for Moore in 2014 and got a major break when the leading New Age publisher Hay House released Medical Medium: Secrets Behind Chronic and Mystery Illness the following year. I know this is long. I think it's important. Pre-fame medical medium clients remember William spending extra time on the phone with them, consulting and gossiping about raw food gurus. He talks in this sweet voice, says one. As a published author, that availability shifted. Books give credibility, Janice Donod, a New York literary agent for health and cooking authors, says, sometimes different than selling people supplements. In 2016, William established an informal franchise system of health practitioners. These affiliates didn't pay William, but were steeped in his thinking and spread the word. By then, Williams and Tassoni's social circles overlapped. She had become close with Phil McCluskey, a public speaker and author known in the raw food world for his 200-pound weight loss. At the beginning of 2015, McCluskey and his wife Casey, an Australian former raw food coach, an especially dedicated medical medium student, began helping William. The McCluskeys own a supplement company in Florida named Vimergy that William often recommends. Phil and Casey have described themselves as the medical medium's director of operations and director of content and education, but both say they have never worked for William. As William prepared his book debut, Sony asked Phil McCluskey for help getting more work with William. He told Sony they couldn't because the team had increased its Facebook ad spend to push William's book. That's a scam. McCluskey says he had checked with William's team and was relaying the news on its behalf. There's no way they didn't have enough money to pay her. There's no way. The medical medium became a polished brand with textbook-style offerings, even by the volatile standards of the health personality business. Williams' full-fledged emergence looked sudden. It just seemed to be there one day, Donald says. He has been working for this for a really long time, the early client says, and he has been trying to find fame and fortune. William began holding live events. One of his followers flew to attend the first one at the Sheraton Sand Key Hotel in Clearwater, Florida. Clearwater, Florida? Where Scientology is headquartered? In February 2016, she had been blowing through her savings trying to alleviate years of illness and had her first phone call with Williams the following week. Thousands of people were waiting to talk to him, she remembers, and here I was. She thought she'd never speak with him again, but he texted her a few days later. I couldn't believe he was reaching out to me on a personal level, she says. This was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. William eventually named the client as a practitioner on his referral page. That November, with De Niro and his family in the audience and Sony volunteering at the event, she gave a testimonial to William on stage at Loews Hollywood Hotel. William became Hay House's most successful author. He bought 2 new homes. Other self-styled medical intuitives flocked to him. Without William's recognition, the follower-turned-practitioner says, "You're just anyone else." William prefaced his online referral list with another disclaimer. The names and associated links are provided for informational purposes only and are not intended to state or imply that Anthony William or Anthony William Inc. recommends, endorses, supports, sponsors, or is in any way affiliated or associated with any person or entity listed below or any linked website or content. Shady. Okay. Oh my God. Sorry. Okay. A vocal base of medical medium enthusiasts coalesced on Facebook and Reddit. They dissect Williams' diet recommendations and share their own experiences. We're all a family at Medical Medium. And it's the safest place, he has said. The family that's been through hell and back. It's the forgotten souls, I call them. G-rated flip off to you. It's the people who have been swept under the carpet, who have been sick, and they've been through so much. And there's no answers out there. On camera, he wraps his eccentricities in a smiling benevolence. I know everything about coconuts, he once said. I know it's a bold statement, but it's the truth. What? William's closest acolytes maintained his mystique. You're not allowed to talk about your own level of connection with him, the practitioner says. So it's hard to know about someone else's. In a 2015 text, he told Sony, "No one cares about the truth. Do you think that vaccines are the only screw up? Shortly after publishing his first books, he told her to write a review, dude, and retaliate. The evil review someone just put up on Amazon. Maybe throw a comment telling person how wrong, and they obviously didn't read it. Sony was 20 years old when she absorbed her first health book by Suzanne Summers, the sitcom actor. It was 2000. The social media-enabled wellness boom was still years off, but long thriving subcultures tied in new age thought and alternative diets were spreading online. Tassoni actively pursued her passions. She studied the raw food authors Douglas Graham and Don Bennett and the naturopath Robert Morse. She spent a season living in common with David Wolfe, a superfood enthusiast and conspiracy theorist. By her 30s, Tassoni liked to joke about how she'd never been kissed. She had the word love tattooed on her arm in a gentle communion with kids, which friends attribute to her enduring state of wonder. Above all, they describe her as solicitous and devoted, a connector in the raw food community. She met Sarma Melangalis. Oh, Steve Hassan interviewed her at Pure Food and Wine, the era vegan hotspot in Manhattan that Melangalis opened before serving jail time for grand larceny and tax fraud. Y'all, you need to listen to the interview because it was so... The story as she was portrayed is not, I don't think, exactly what happened. So they're saying larceny and tax fraud, but she was under undue influence. Sorry, this is long. Tassoni met William in person for the first time in 2014, the year after her initial phone consultation, eventually landing some work with him as an ad hoc travel assistant. During their trips, she drove him around, ironed his shirts, and went on Whole Foods runs. They once got into a car accident on the way back from Moore's home in Los Angeles. As Tassoni grew closer to William, she added further restrictions to her raw diet, cutting out nuts, seeds, and avocado. For dinner, she sometimes ate 2 heads of romaine lettuce with cayenne and lemon. She would tell family and friends and family that they couldn't say too much about her work with Williams, but because they regularly texted, she could bring him their concerns. One family for whom Tassoni nannied thought that vaccines had harmed their daughter's health and tried introducing bone broth to her diet. Bone broth fad is by far the most, I'm not going to say that word, messed up of all time, William texted Tassoni. For some unintelligent, demented reason, people believe it does something for their body, like the Druids did when they were sacrificing humans and making soup out of them in the dark ages of Satanism. Thank you for confirming my gut feelings, she wrote back. Tassoni continued pursuing work with William, and she tried to broker a medical medium consultation for Timothy Schmidt, the longtime bassist for the Eagles, whose wife she had met through a raw food friend. Some William associates thought of Tassoni as too wide-eyed, according to one, but her responsibilities afforded her an air of uncommon proximity. There's very few that I trust in life, William texted her, and you're the most. You are. When William and Schutzman moved in April 2017, they gave Tassoni a job preparing the house. You're telling me that Tassoni was doing work for him for free? Still? When William and Schutzman moved in April 2017, they gave Tassoni a job preparing the house for their arrival. Despite her excitement, Tassoni kept the gig quiet as best she could, telling her brother and parents not to let anyone else know. This is super duper private, and so it's really important you don't share this with anyone, Schutzman texted her. The month prior, in March 2017, Tassoni had texted Schutzman with a health development. I'm assuming this isn't anything to be worried about and probably just detox related, she wrote. Oh my God. Holy shit. I noticed a pretty large lump in my left breast today. Schutman responded, breast lumps can be lymph or node related if you're detoxing during your cycle or under the weather, but you should always have it looked at by your physician. Thermography scans are okay to get to if needed. You can give it a week or two and see if it decreases in size or swelling too. You're not a fucking doctor. Yes, feels like detox. I will do that and observe it over a week or two, Tassoni replied. I've done thermography in the past, so I'm familiar with that, so I'll just keep an eye on it. A thermography scan is a painless test that measures skin temperatures and doesn't require radiation. The FDA and American Cancer Society have published warnings about using one as a diagnostic tool for breast cancer. Shame on you. Shame on you for telling her to not just go straight to the doctor. A few days later, Tassoni followed up with Schutman. A New Jersey-based woman named Muniza Ahmed had established herself as a leading voice in the medical medium community. She described herself as the first practitioner in the world to be endorsed by William. Tassoni had sought her input, and Ahmed told her that she thought it was an Epstein. She thought it was an Epstein-Barr virus activity, packing in toxins into the cyst. Shame on you. I did the best I could to keep up with the text Steph sent, and while I cared for her and always wanted to support her as a friend, Ahmed says, I would at times feel very overwhelmed by the sheer volume of text and the large variety of topics she asked me about. Ahmed also says that she told Tassoni to see a doctor to address her lump, but that she understood her to have EBV from mono as a kid. If you are not a medical doctor, stop giving diagnoses to your friends or people you know. Updating you on Muniza's opinion about my breast lump, Tassoni texted Schutman, telling her she'd been advised to up her intake of chaga mushroom tea, and that Ahmed was sending breast health massage oil from the beauty brand Living Libations. Ahmed offered Tassoni a 10% discount on the $30 product. Oh my God. Schutman didn't text back about Ahmed's assessment, but about 2 weeks later, she told Tassoni, I wanted to give you a heads up that Aunt and I won't be able to answer any health-related questions for the next month or so. All our energy will need to be on this move. While Tassoni was readying the house, she told a friend in a voice message, Anthony told me that my body is transforming since I've been here. Like my health and everything has gotten a lot better. When the couple got there in April, Tassoni spent time with them before heading back to Pennsylvania. Members of William's inner circle at the time understood his intentions as a commodity, and Tassoni's messages have a deferential tone. While Schutman and William work closely together, in August, Tassoni conveyed her awareness of the lump in her breast directly to William. I have quite a large lump in my left breast since March. Feels like I need to tell you. You need to tell a doctor, or you needed to. She wrote, adding, no worries if you can't respond to this. William's brushes with fame were becoming more common. He described Mark Burnett, the producer of Survivor and The Apprentice, as one of his good friends to one early client, and told her that he only texted her more and other celebrities. In October 2017, along with Deepak Chopra and Marianne Williamson, he appeared in Heal, a documentary about mind-body medicine directed by Kelly Noonan, who was married to the private equity billionaire Alec Gores. The following year, the couple and Town and Country editor-in-chief, Stellene Volandis, co-hosted a book party in Los Angeles for the actor Roma Downey, who is married to Burnett. A guest recalls William sticking close by Sylvester Stallone's side as the night wore on. Sorry, this is making me sad. The testimonials on William's site snowballed to include Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Diane von Furstenberg, Naomi Campbell, Alexis Bledel, James Vanderbeek, Calvin Harris, Rashida Jones, Kelly Rutherford, Lisa Rinna, Carla Gugino, Pharrell Williams, Hilary Swank, and Adam Sandler. His cosigns could range from Spirited, Swank's and Sandler's representatives vouch for theirs, to something more like a framed headshot at the dry cleaners. Vanderbeek's rep says he wrote his 8 years ago. To aspirational, William listed Sophia Bush in the acknowledgments of 4 of his books. A rep says the actor was never a client, but they once met when she accompanied a friend to the friend's consultation. William soon hit the peak of his own celebrity. So your name came up from my cousin sending me screenshots of your Instagram, and then other people just sending me your name. Kim Kardashian told him on the 2019 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. He proceeded to tell the reality star that copper in her liver was causing outbreaks of her chronic psoriasis. I'm going to take a drink so I don't lose my shit. Stephen Novella, a neurologist and the founding editor of the site Science-Based Medicine, sees William as part of a lineage of health-oriented operators, including Case and Franz Mesmer, the late 18th century physician who practiced hypnotism and befriended Mozart and Marie Antoinette. People who are either wealthy or celebrities aren't necessarily scientists or even very smart, and so they become targets, Novella says. These kinds of people will prey upon them because they know their endorsement is worth a lot. William's non-famous clientele also span a spectrum of belief. While there are die-hard converts such as Tassoni, there are those who approach his practice with something of a wink. There are happy customers and vocal proponents, as well as those who have gone all in on the medical medium, but walked away unsatisfied. Dee Ciafini, a piano teacher in Richmond, Virginia, discovered William in 2013, the same year as Tassoni. When she suddenly couldn't make it through one of her regular runs, she soon found William online. Ciafini initially viewed William in messianic terms and proposed to him that she make a documentary about his life. She referred friends to him, and one decided that she would book a session as long as Ciafini would join her on the call to calm her nerves. But Ciafini drifted as the cumulative consultation fees ballooned and he became scarce. I tried these supplements and spent a ton of fucking money. You're coming from a desperation energy, she says, and that's not a good energy to come from. Bro, I'm not doing good at all, Tassoni texted William in July 2017. Back in excruciating pain. It's been weeks, but way worse now. Sorry to bug you. Hours later, she wrote, thank you for your support. And yeah, think the stress you mentioned is financial stress. Praying for that to come to completion. I love you, and I appreciate all you do for me. Tassoni sent photos of bumps on her skin a few days later and asked if she had shingles. William said she had baby shingles, which is what the back prob was originally, and advised her to take vitamin C and lysine. Are you serious? Tassoni sought out a number of other alternative health practitioners to address various subsets of her symptoms. She spoke remotely to Teshna Bulu, a chiropractor and self-described specialist in quantum neurology, in neuro-emotional technique, Tanko Ting, the author of Natural Chi Movement, Assessing the World of the Miraculous, and several medical medium devotees. Tassoni conveyed many of the assessments she received to William. In August, Tassoni couldn't get up. She had been sleeping on a mattress on the floor at her parents' house, and her back pain had become unmanageable. She kept the lump from her family, later texting William that she was not upfront with her father because his sister had breast cancer. Tassoni discussed the growth and all other manner of health issues with others, but at this moment of crisis, she went directly to William. They exchanged 156 voice messages between August 30th and September 3rd. They discussed several opinions Tassoni had by then received and whether she would get an MRI. She did not at that time. As her concern grew, Tassoni often back-channeled to try to understand the thicket of health ideas contained in William's messages and phone calls. Sweetheart, in your audio you said Aunt didn't know why you have nausea. Casey McCluskey texted her. But he does know. Maybe you didn't hear him correctly, love. Do you want me to text you the reason? McCluskey says that all of Tassoni's friends knew that her nausea was from migraines. This is so wrong. Did you ever have a lump in your breast? Tassoni texted McCluskey in July. I think I told you I have one, right? Since March. Yeah, you told me, McCluskey responded. It will go. Just takes time, especially while you're having a viral flare. I'm sorry, I'm upset. Oh my God. Oh my God. Stephanie had told me during that time that she had seen a doctor multiple times, McCluskey says. She also told me she had a viral issue. By this point, Schutzman had already told Tassoni breast lumps can be lymph or node related, but that she should have it looked at, and Ahmed had spoken about it with her. A couple of weeks later, Tassoni reminded William of the lump. She became unable to work. Her father, a manager for government construction projects, covered most... Okay, my phone is frozen for some reason. Hold on. Oh no, where was I? Okay, a couple of weeks later, Tassoni reminded William of the lump. She became unable to work. She became unable to work. Her father, a manager for government construction projects, covered most of her health costs, and a friend sent her money throughout 2017 to buy supplements. That August, she stunned her health community friends by missing the annual Woodstock Fruit Festival, and one of them came to visit her. She shared with a friend that she had a breast lump, but assured her that she was talking to William. Sorry to bug you again, but these things I am legitimately worried about, Tassoni texted William toward the beginning of October. She was vomiting and her throat started to feel swollen. I think we will find a doctor to come to house, he wrote. Let's look tomorrow. If you get so bad that you can't breathe, you can always call emergency, he said a few minutes later, but I think it's just acid's burning throat. I don't have a good feeling about a doctor coming here to draw blood. Sony texted she didn't have health insurance and didn't want to get trapped and fall down the rabbit hole. I understand. He responded, how is it? Sony had spent nearly 2 decades in the alternative health ecosystem, and by her own account, it's difficult to get a full picture of the advice she followed. Sorry. Just want to make sure you know I don't have a doc that's overseeing all this. She later texted William, just a mishmash of random people. Her reliance on this community was broader than William, but time and time again, she returned to him. Haven't heard from Anthony, Sony texted a friend and former William assistant. But Tienko says there's a virus in my intestines. No, she didn't. More coffee, please. If you're just joining us, we're going to be listening to Jessie Lee Ward, but this is the story of someone who is close to the medical medium and the long-term relationship she had with medical medium, how she was directed away from medical care and content warning. This lady passes away. And we're talking about the medical medium because this is the route that is one of the treatments that Jessie Lee Ward is doing. She's taking the celery juice that he claims fixes stuff. And this person who was hyper focused on following him took his advice. Okay, awesome, Becky. Yeah, I know. I'm reading it. I know not everyone has Apple News. I thought it was a good precursor for the stuff. I know it's boring. I know it's not super stimulating. Haven't heard from Anthony, Sony texted a friend and former William assistant, but Tienko says there's a virus in my intestines. She asked William if a chiropractor correctly identified her slip disc, and he said she did. She told him that Bulu had used her neuro-emotional technique over FaceTime. Yay, he responded. That can help a sensory nervy girl like you. As if she made herself sick. Wow. Sony followed up a few days later about whether she should get blood work, and William said she should because her sodium level could have dropped from vomiting. She said she was vomiting less and asked if she still needed to. William responded in a series of voice messages. You're dealing with the shingles virus, tried and true, 100%, he said in one. I mean, that's the virus that flared up your disc, everything else. Oh my God. If a doctor could come and draw blood, he said, it might make her family feel better. I think your family really needs you to see you get at least a little support, he said, adding, they could lose perspective over time, even though it's a slip disc keeping you from getting up. How would you know? How would you know? Later that week, Sony's nipple began to bleed. She sent William a photo of stains on her shirt and asked if she had a hiatal hernia. You didn't have one months ago when I looked, he responded, but now that you vomit, that's this much, it's possible. Sony's doctor was forthright with how much time she had left, and she responded by asking if someone could contact William to check. Thanks, RGB. That's a great. Breathe and hold space for each other while looking at the truth of what is happening. Yeah, and I think it's important to know what's out there and what people are listening to because it can keep them from getting help. When she asked what he thought of her bleeding from my left nipple on the same breast as the cyst, he responded, "I'm not liking that at all, but don't want you worried right now. Just get your back better. As your back gets better, then the vomiting should stop. It should come together," he told her He told her the bleeding probably didn't have to do with the cyst. You are not a medical doctor. How would you freaking know? It had been about 7 months since Tassoni texted Schutzman about a lump in her breast. William and Tassoni had exchanged hundreds of text and voice messages about her health. According to phone records reviewed for this story, William never told her not to see a doctor. On at least several occasions, he suggested she seek other medical help. Over the same period, he told her he could do a bacterial scan on her, and she asked him to ask the spirit of compassion if there was anything pressing on the nerves that we can't see with an MRI. Tassoni wasn't getting any better. She had blood drawn the week after her nipple began bleeding and told William that her breast was throbbing where the cyst was. When did the breast get this bad, he asked. After Tassoni sent the results of her blood test, William wrote to her, "Can't fuck around with that," and said to get a thermography scan and ultrasound. Schutzman arranged to have a new mattress, bed frame, bedding, and pillows sent to her. Tassoni sought more clarity the following week. She told William in a voice message she didn't want to go to the hospital unless you honestly agree that this is necessary and that you made it clear what I need to do for my breasts. "Steph, it is important to have the breast looked at and cared for sure," William responded in a text. "It's always wonderful, too, that your family knows you're reaching out for care. They must be very worried about you, so don't be afraid of getting attention from a doc on the breast." About a week and a half later, in mid-November, Tassoni texted him the results of her thermography scan, which showed an array of elevated temperatures. She sent him more blood work, and they started discussing mammograms and biopsies. She asked him to join her on a call with the doctor she was now speaking with, and he said he couldn't. "When we talk next about my breast, can it be on the phone, and can we ask Spirit to help us see what's happening?" Tassoni asked. "Thank you, I love you." He didn't respond. She wrote again the next day after a family doctor called her with x-ray and blood results. "What is a compression fracture? I'm kind of freaking out. I need a plan. My goal and vision is that Spirit and yourself will read and scan me, and will put me on a perfect protocol, and my breast will heal itself with nothing invasive." The next day, Schutzman texted her, It's been super hectic the past few weeks, but I will make sure Aunt get back to you ASAP." William never texted her again. But Casey McCluskey relayed a thought in December. "I think all the vomiting and all the immobility has just given you a ton of pain. That's what Anthony said it would be a few days ago." McCluskey says she didn't speak to William about Tassoni specifically and that it was a general conversation. Ahmed and McCluskey said they believed Tassoni's family didn't want William involved. And McCluskey said she understood that the family took Tassoni's phone away. Tassoni texted with Schutzman a few times the following year. Tassoni and McCluskey corresponded throughout the course of that year. Tassoni's brother says her family never took her phone away or sought to limit her contact with William. In December, Tassoni's family, now aware of the lump, took her for a biopsy. Before the results came back, she had a seizure that sent her to the hospital. Doctors induced a coma for 3 days, and she learned that she would never walk much again. She had stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, which had eroded her spine. They're assuming it's tumors, which is not smart, as the radiation can cause problems, McCluskey texted her. McCluskey says she was echoing another Tassoni's friend's fear. Most of the friends who took care of Tassoni after her cancer diagnosis had some tie to the medical medium world. In August 2018, one of them made a trip to the beach with her. She was always hopeful the friend says. William's disappearance hurt and confused Tassoni, but she kept faith that he had the answers. Her doctor told friends and family that they needed to be honest. He had been forthright about how much time she had left, and Tassoni responded by asking if someone could contact William to check. "I'm always behind you," she once texted him. "It's my purpose." In November 2018, Tassoni died of breast cancer. She was 38 years old. In her final weeks, the pain of William's absence lingered. "I don't want to die. Can you please talk to Anthony for me?" She texted McCluskey 5 days before her death. "Maybe he will have a solution or something." McCluskey responded that she was sorry. She says she wasn't sure if the text was from Tassoni. News of Tassoni's death began to circulate. William offered another medical personality an unsolicited clarification that he wasn't responsible. A bit over a year after Tassoni died, a friend wrote about her on Instagram. Sarah, a pseudonym, still mostly stuck in William's methods. She previously did work for Medical Medium and was close enough to William that in 2018, they discussed her business proposal for a health retreat that never materialized. Her father had died shortly after Tassoni. And in her post, Sarah reflected on their contrasting circumstances. Her father had undergone traditional cancer treatment while Tassoni did all the healing protocols you can think of and was guided personally by William. Ahmed and Kimberly Spare, another health coach touting William's name, responded to Sarah's post by sending letters to their respective followings. Their notes covered similar ground and used much of the same language. Spare said that Tassoni was not under William's care or a client of his and advised her followers to look past Sarah's post. Shame on you. Vulnerability is real during healing, and the last thing we need is a story to be twisted and throw us into fear, doubt, and adrenal spiral. She wrote, after seeing the letters, Sarah aired her distress in a blog post. The only people who knew Steph that are still connected with Anthony are the ones who are making money, she wrote. Both Ahmed and Spare say they've never received money from William. Still, she remained conflicted. It was Steph's decision not to see a doctor. She's responsible for that, she wrote, but maintained that William built a relationship with her based on this mutual belief that he had perfect information about her health. She told the story of Tassoni's illness and death at greater length and elaborated on Tassoni's closeness with William, even if she had stopped paying for sessions. Yes, it's a fact that Steph wasn't a client of Anthony, she wrote. But now do you see how she was so much more than that? Sorry, this is long. I think it's just important. The back and forth among William affiliates set off debates across the network of Facebook groups and formed around interpreting his work. The month after Ahmed's and Spare's letters, he did a live stream on the platform. I've always known about the paid trolls out there, William said. He claimed that 2 women reached out to him and told him that a corporation or this entity or group or some kind of association or something contacted multiple people and offered not a little bit of money, like a large amount of money, to make up slanderous stories, tall tales, crazy claims to weaken medical mediums' credibility. I mean, science can weaken that for you yourself without paying people. A few months after Sarah's blog post in June 2020, Ken Turkle, a lawyer retained by William who has represented Hulk Hogan and Sarah Palin in their battles against Gawker Media and the New York Times, sent cease and desist letters to her and others who posted about Tassoni's death. As you supposedly know, Turkle wrote, Mr. William considered Stephanie to be a friend, and for you to imply that he played some role in her death devastated him. Sarah had already removed the posts after the blowback. Turkle said that the record of text and voice messages would show that William had told Tassoni to seek traditional care from a doctor, but did not include them out of privacy concerns. The matter began to die down. Over the last few years, as both William's celebrity glow and online discussion of Tassoni dissipated, He has settled into a life of professional proximity to fame. He struck up a public friendship with Tony Robbins. Miranda Kerr told New York Magazine that his book Cleanse to Heal transformed the way I think about food. In August 2020, he wore dark sunglasses as he appeared on an episode of the short-lived podcast In My Feels. Co-hosted by Noah Cyrus, the show had previously featured interviews with the life coach Jay Shetty and business influencer Gary Vaynerchuk. William advised Cyrus to take up spirulina, cilantro, and wild blueberries. He talked about aliens in his podcast and posted a juice shot recipe for chemtrail exposure. You can come and go as you please, William recently said in an online chat group, which you can't do in a cult. Friends who knew both Tissoni and William continued to reckon with the role he played in her life, as well as the extent to which they went along with it. One recalls a maxim that William texted Tissoni. It's loving others and having compassion for others that's more important. So don't go too crazy loving yourself. He never said this shit to me, the friend says. One practitioner I spoke to told me she abandoned her association with a medical medium after coming to terms with Tissoni's death. She still keeps tabs on William on social media. There's a new group after us, she says, a new inner circle. Nonetheless, she says, I still feel best when I do what he recommends. Holy shit. Oh my God. Sorry that was long. An hour later. Do y'all kind of see how it can get twisty fast? Sorry if you're just joining us. I was trying to get through that without crying. He knew it. He knew. He knew. I got bingo, but nobody wins today. Literally. Good. That's awesome, Pam. It's important to know the history of that because of the stuff that Jessie Lee is sharing and she's promoting at the expense of giving generally science-founded advice about treatment potential options. We need a floof break. I don't have my floof in here. He is snuggling with my family, so we're going to have Stream Goat. That'll have to be our good. Undue influence. Undue influence. It's complicated. Oh my gosh, my raining background. There we go. All right. I've got to put her back up on the screen. This is Jessie Lee Ward. She is a top seller in Prove It. She is legend level, which means she makes a shit ton of money in Prove It. She has recently, in the very end of January, early February, been diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. It has metastasized. She is rejecting traditional medical treatment after the removal of allegedly 10 inches of her intestines and 30 lymph nodes, 26 of the lymph nodes, which did have cancer in them. And the testing that was later done a month later, that the cancer is in 6 more of her lymph nodes. She believes that her alternative treatments are helping her. I'm not here to say you cannot treat things how you want to be treated, but with her, the amount of influence she has, the things that she has said that scare people from trusting medical professionals that are based and founded in science is the problematic part. I say this every stream. I hope that she lives. I hope that she beats cancer. And in this process, we are talking about a sliver of the behavior We all know what she has said about people who talk about cancer patients online. Multiple things can be true about something at the same time. You can be fighting through a disease, and you can also be doing things that harm other people. Deadly. Good point. So, break for a floof story. Lil says Poopy brought a live mouse into the house, and now it's running around while her two big brave bros are on the tippy top of the couch freaking the fuck out. Oh. Yeah, I know, and I hope she gets to successfully retrieve her eggs and freeze them if she wants to start a family. I hope she gets to do all of that. Yeah, we could do a 1-minute breathing exercise. I don't know how to do breathing exercises, so I will drink my sweet tea and you can walk us through it. Oh no, what happened? I've seen this clip and she's so exhausted that she needs to lean on the counter the whole time and sometimes even needs to hold her head up with her hand. I probably should learn some breathing exercises. The best tip I have is to have a drink with me and take a sip before I get too emotional. I sent the article to my friend. Floof story. My new puppy had no accidents and is now scratching at the door when he needs to go out. Amazing. That's so cool, Shelby. Okay. Here we go. All right.
My celery juice right now. I was not procrastinating. I was just doing stuff about the yacht, which you've probably heard about. I'm so excited for this yacht promo. It is going to be wild. So I'm super excited for all you guys who are coming, and I'll talk about it in a little bit if you want. But celery juice today, and today's going to be super cool. There is a Pacific Islander festival here in Dallas. And I don't know if you guys know this, but freaking aloha. I'm Hawaiian. I checked the box for Pacific Islander on the census and on all my doctor's reports and all that stuff. And the shepherds actually were the ones who found it. And they're like, do you want to go to this? I'm like, do I want to go to this? Like, I would be so happy to go to this. So we're taking the kiddos and we're having a Pacific Islander day. And I'm super excited about it. So, but then, I got to keep coming back as treatments and juices and blah, blah, blah.
Floof's story husband got new toys for the dogs, and the baby dog is obsessed with this one ball. He takes us to his kennel to be alone with it. Oh my God, I love that so much. I like to breathe in for 5 seconds, hold for 2, exhale for 7. Okay, we'll try that. I'm congested. Hold on. I don't want to. Her grandmother was. Her grandmother was Hawaiian. So I want to. Heck yes, Holly, that's amazing. Good luck. I do 4. Wait, breathe in for 4, exhale for 7. Wait, hold for 7, exhale 8. Oh my God, I need to start with the small ones. I'm going to try 5, hold for 2, exhale for 7. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. This is what I'm doing. We can all practice together, and I'll work my way up. I just have asthma, so I don't do so good with holding my breath. I'll do it again. Okay. Okay, I feel better now. Thank you for the suggestion, RGB. Katya, thank you for the shorter breathing recommendation. I'll try to do the longer one. Just breathe, drink, swallow, and hold space. Thank you. Appreciate the tips. I really do.
But, you know, it is what it is. Also thrown at the farmer's market, actually, too. So how you guys doing? Where in the world are you coming in from? Did you like my training last night? Who watched the training last night? It was very good. A conversation with my new friend, Brendan Burchard. So crazy. He's like, we are friends now. I was like, we are friends now. But anyway, so I thought that was a pretty fire training. Hopefully you liked it. But if you haven't heard about the Yacht already, if you're already an accelerator that is in platinum, you can come just by upgrading for, just pay for the Yacht. It's $2,000. If you're not yet a platinum coaching member of mine, you can do platinum for a year and you come on the boat in Miami for free. It's a gigantic super yacht. So hopefully you're excited about that. Some of my powerful friends, you, all the people that are in Platinum Accelerator, pretty excited about.
Okay, but I do have something good for next stream. Because I wanted to see what businesses she was telling the truth about and what she was not, I ran a background check and I have her corporate listings for her businesses, which you could look up through the business, like whatever it's called, wherever you register businesses in Texas, it's public information. So we are going to look at that next stream. Doing it again is like, because it's supposed to be like a circular breathing. Okay. I'm still learning. Thank y'all for all the advice. Yeah, so that's why I looked for the evidence. So we're going to look at it next stream.
About that. And then if you don't want to do a year yet, you can do monthly and then just upgrade too. So the Yacht is going to be super fun and I can't wait. It'll be in June, it's looking like, so get excited. By the way, I haven't turned this on yet because Kumba is eating right next to my feet and I have a very skittish dog. I don't know if any of you have dogs that
I thought she was deaf.
Jump at any sounds or.
I thought her dog was deaf. So how would the dog hear the sounds? Just feel the vibrations? Didn't she say, oh, is that Kumba? Never mind, Wookiee's deaf. Never mind.
Uncomfortable and don't do whatever, but that is definitely Kumba Charles. So, yeah, what can I say? So I wanted
RGB, I think, we were taking a chill. We just read kind of, a very emotional, hard story about someone who is enraptured with the medical medium and that she had passed away from metastatic breast cancer. And she believed that the medical medium could see the exact state of her health and was trying to get answers from the medical medium. And she ended up putting off traditional medical treatment until it was too late. And she, the cancer had gone to her spine and broke her back. Okay. That's true. That is true, Buttercup. Yeah, trusty inhaler. I think it has some, but not a lot. No, you're good. No worries at all. And never any shade for any spelling or not odd, but there's no shade. Sometimes I try to read it because sometimes it's hard for me. Y'all heard me mess up when I was reading the article. Celery has some nutritional value, but people like the medical medium very much over-exaggerate it. Albuterol team unite. Absolutely. I have a deaf dog. She can sense vibrations and sometimes hear certain frequencies. Thank you. I'm just learning new things every day.
I'm gonna give you guys a better angle of this today. Do you guys like this angle that you're seeing of her, of the pure Jessie? Super excited, super excited. Randy, you message me, Randy. But anyway, so I'm super excited. The boat's gonna be crazy. Yeah. So he's halfway done his breakfast, which is not nearly enough. So, oh gosh, I'm over here. I'll answer your questions while he eats his breakfast. So yeah, Natalie, you should definitely come. So it's free for yearly platinums. So if you want to become a yearly platinum today, you get to come for free. It's a promo I'm running just this weekend, and I can only do 10 people because I have to obviously have the staff there, the videographers. We're having a freaking boat party, my special guests, myself, and a staff member. But anyway, so the first 10 people today who pay for the promo are going to go on the yacht. So annual platinums come for free. If you want to do monthly platinum, or if you're already a platinum, you can just pay $2,000 and come on the boat. So we just I don't even know if that'll cover boat expenses.
Shelby. Can you link it? Can you send it to me on Instagram? And I've not forgotten about Southwestern. My dad is going to come talk about it because he was in Southwestern for 10 years. Yes, this is from Av. We love that. Thank y'all for tagging Av. This is Av's shop. I have a stitch marker, a Monstera one from Av, and it is incredible quality. And Av's working on a restock. And Av is SK with OV in our live chat. And if you craft or want stitch markers, definitely check out Av.
But I don't care. I'm excited. I need more time in Miami sun. So I'm kind of doing it selfishly for myself as well. I just like the sun. You can't blame me. You can't blame me. June, it'll be mid-June, by the way. And I'm excited about mid-June because it's not really hot anywhere in the country. And Miami gets pretty brutal in August. And so I don't want to push it out any further because, hurricane season.
Have you been to Florida in May and June? It's hot all the time. It was 90 degrees this month in Florida.
Super, and if you're a man who happens to watch me, this would be a single man who happens to watch me, it would be really smart of you to get on this boat. Because...
Good night, Johnny.
I'm not going to lie.
Johnny, have a good night's sleep. Thanks for hanging out. I know it's been a long process getting here. Oh my God, we're 30 minutes in.
Women have paid so far. What? Even in Aruba and MI, I saw that. You missed the announcement. I just put it in the accelerator group. I think in the middle of the night last night. So it's in my stories, but feel free to DM me with questions, obviously. So I'll post the other juice recipes I'm trying for sure, Lorna. It's funny. I'm actually kind of trying to ruin the juices, and I made one with so much turmeric last night that Courtney was like, oh my God. And I'm talking this much turmeric, which is a tremendous amount. And we both drank it, and I have it on video. She's like, this tastes so good. I'm like, I know. It can't miss. It can't miss. So I'm super pumped about that. Anyway, let's see let me see how much food he has left because Kumba's eating. That's why I'm stalling and telling you about the yacht.
Thank God.
I won't tell you that until later. He's not really eating very fast. I put too many carrots in his food. He doesn't like vegetables. And I was trying to be like a good mom and mix in the pulp from this, and Wookie eats it all, but Kumba's trying to eat around it. So he's trying to go around the mashed up carrots and get his meat. Let me see if I can help him really fast. Do you want some help, buddy?
Don't rush your floofs. Don't rush your floofs eating. Just let your dogs eat. You don't need to stream. You don't need to rush them. If your dog has anxiety and it wants to eat slow, let the dog eat slow.
Some of these carrots. You don't like the carrots. I know. Here. Let me help.
Yeah, there's lots of, I know there's lots of controversial people in government in different states. I know there's lots of great people who live in Florida. And there's, normal people who live in Texas too. And so I don't want to villainize the people in the live chat who are from Florida or me from Texas. So, I know there's lots of big feelings about those states, but I just want everyone to feel welcome in the chat. If you're hanging out here and that, I don't want you to feel like you're not welcome. Love from Australia. We love that.
Mommy, help you get these carrots away from your food. Get these carrots away from your meat. I'm sorry. Mom brought his chaos in here and it's ruining
I sped it
your
up.
breakfast. All right. So like, ow, my knee, Wookie, ow, 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 ow. He seems happier now. Okay, what's my favorite juice combo so far? I really like, I've been doing carrots and apple, ginger, turmeric, a beet, and a lemon. And it's really good. But I don't know, I'm not really doing like anything, I'm not doing anything that's sweet. And my apples are like these little apples that are like this big. But they pack a punch, you know? They pack of your punch, man. Pack of your punch. And the turmeric I've been just crushing. How much turmeric per day? I don't know, Debbie. I don't feel like I can overdo it because the cancer that's living inside of me temporarily, or maybe it's gone already, I don't know, doesn't like turmeric. So since I found that out, I've just been, you know, up in the ante. I have all of my encapsulated sacred frankincense right here. So
Hey,
my
Charlene.
frankincense for the day is over here, but I haven't taken it yet.
Yep.
I got these.
This is the $3,000 juicer from Pure. Melissa, you said it better than I ever could. That's where I'm at right now. With my parents here.
These vegan capsules. So I've been putting a bunch of stuff in the vegan capsules. And it's making this whole process a lot easier. Once I beat cancer's butt, do you want to
Same.
continue juicing? Yeah, because my energy's crazy. Like, I gotta be honest with you guys, I've been reflecting, and I really think that my body was missing all these minerals, like, for
I think she did. Let me rewind it. Do you want me to rewind it? Did she say the cancer they are putting inside me temporarily?
I have all of my encapsulated sacred frankincense right here, so my frankincense for the day is over here, but I haven't taken it yet. I got these...
Do not encapsulate your essential oils beforehand because they will eat through the veggie capsules. She knows nothing. I wouldn't recommend taking essential oils, but if you don't know, frankincense will eat through the veggie capsule. Do not pre-make them.
These vegan capsules. So I've been putting a bunch of stuff in the vegan capsules. And it's making this whole process a lot easier. Once I beat cancer's butt, do you want to continue juicing? Yeah, because my energy's crazy. Like, I gotta be honest with you guys, I've been reflecting, and I really think that my body was missing all these minerals, like, for real.
She told us a year ago that veggies were making her sick, and now she's saying that they don't make her sick. I'll run this through the transcript service, just her by herself, and we'll see what, we'll just do that right now while we're waiting. 1 second. Let me just do that real quick. And we can do a search and see what she says. New file, transcription, link. Sorry, I just want this to be processing while we are watching it. I want machine generated, cheap. All right, it's going.
So, I don't know. I had good energy before, and now it's just crazy different. I go to sleep, and I get less sleep, and the coffee enemas and the celery, or not just the celery juice, but the coffee enemas and the juicing.
We need a shocked Pikachu right now. I'm going to grab one. Auto submit, transcribe. Okay. Nope. Shocked Pikachu. PNG. Oh my god, it's adorable. Images. Which one do we want? Probably one with all the ears intact. Free download? Is this going to give me a virus? Oh, I'm scared. Free download? Did I just get a virus? I need this Pikachu. Oh my god. Hold on. Where is this? Download. Sorry. Okay. This is not going to work. Let me go over here. Yes, we need it before we continue. Why? Because it's been too sad for this whole thing. Canva. New design. Welcome to my live streams. They take 1,000,000 hours. Upload. Is it going to be high res enough? Yep. Perfect. Edit photo. Background remover. Yes. Oh, I need your ears. We all need your ears, buddy. Share. Download. Transparent background. All right, here we go. Do we love it? I love it. I love it. Just in time for some technical difficulties. Danielle, I asked you how much it would be to help you mentor me, and you told me I need to make a bigger downline so I can afford you. Y'all, DC, if you ever get a virus, I hear turmeric juice and coffee enemas are normally I do not click on links, but I did today. So I love it. I'm going to put it in my folders. Let's see. I'm going to put it up here, and I'm going to add it to my images so we can be friends for the rest of time. Stream. Oh, no, not Streamlabs. No. Wait. No. No. God. No. Okay, hold on, sorry. Just a 12-minute technical difficulty. Stream deck. Okay, I need to change this to, what do we name this? Untitled? Great. Also, guess what I got today? Olive Tree People product to try. Is it this? Pikachu! There we go. All right. We're here. Here we go. Linking Danielle's channel. She deserves a sub for putting up with that. I'll be part of your downline. Listen. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have snacks. We're going to have naps. We're going to have cute little emojis. We're going to have cute t-shirts. What else would we want from an MLM? Oh my God. Adding ozone to fix my virus problems. Oh my God. Should we make an MLM with celery juice to fix computer viruses? Because I'd be here for that.
I don't know. I don't need as much sleep, and I am more rested. So yeah.
For the love of God. Get a lapel mic. I'm muting her.
Right. He's almost done, so I figured what the hell, you know. Honey Crunch apples have a great taste.
My dog has anxiety around loud noises, but he's almost done, so what the hell?
Really loud today.
Get a mat so that you can dampen some of the sound. You're on a marble countertop.
Honey Crisp apples are way too sweet, like they're too high and whatever. So it's only green apples, which are actually my favorite apple. So it works out just fine for me.
Listen.
Brand of turmeric, I don't know, just some organic.
Lint rollers and kazoos for everyone who joins today. And if you sign up a friend, I'll give you 2 lint rollers. And if you make it to the top of the pyramid, we get bucket hats. Okay?
Doing it only caffeine free. So you can still do link in the bio. I did not have your trials yesterday. I accidentally lied about that. I was going to do that, and then I got caught up in the Brendan Burchard thing. And so then, my bad, guys, my bad. I got too excited with the Brendan Burchard live. I had to do the Brendan Burchard live, and I skipped packing trials. So today is the day.
We can't fucking hear you.
On the yacht. If I want to go on the yacht, DM me the word.
Everything is shaking.
Free when you do Platinum Accelerator for a year. You can upgrade if you do monthly. And those of you that are already in it, you can also just upgrade from boat as well. Okay. All right, come on, baby. Come on, Cody. So crazy. Oh, you love what, Brendan's planner? Yeah, Brendan's the real deal, man. Tell you what, I don't do planners. I never have. I've tried many times. What are we doing here, man? I'm gonna break my hand trying to get the celery out. I could tell some of the stalks were getting stuck in there, though. So, you know, what can I say?
Can I just...
Celery's the hardest, I think, because it's so fibrous.
Listen, I'm sorry to tell y'all this, but there are juicers that don't have as many problems as what she's experiencing right now. She's been yawning constantly, but says she's less tired. Who knows? Oh my god. I guess. Seems I won't be drifting off to sleep to this stream. Thanks, JLW. Becky, I'm sorry. Accept the shocked Pikachu as my apology. Or Stream Goat. Thank you for licking the stream. Oh my god. Okay, play.
It's like, has so many strings. Celery strings. I still have a stalk hanging at the bottom. Oh my god.
It's not... Her juicer isn't even working. Your celery should not do that in a juicer.
Let's get that out.
I didn't grab it yet. I will.
So thank you, Brandy. That was useful information. And look how easy it came out. Now that I got rid of that stuff that was hanging out there. Yes, Julia!
Your machine is $3,000 and it gets stuck on celery. I think you got schmammed.
My energy is top. Very German of you to say that. Yes. By the way, I might be going to Germany in 2 weeks. Really depends on a lot. And it wouldn't be for very long. I would be going for like 2 days, which is so crazy to go overseas to do that. But geez. Okay, actually, Shelly, great question. So she said, did you like celery juice and the taste of this stuff before? Or had to get used to it? I hated celery. Hate. Okay. Oh, Norway. Okay, baby. Okay, well, fine. European in general. My bad. I won't forget that now. Norway. Got it. So, little fun fact. I eat more celery now in a day than I used to eat, than I had eaten in my entire 34 years of life. And that might sound crazy to some of you, but I always thought that celery was one of the most disgusting vegetables in the world.
Listen, it is a peanut butter scoop. What do you mean you've been eating celery by itself? Dipping it in ranch? Friggin' delicious.
I hated it. I wanted nothing to do with it. And so anytime anybody would give me like celery on a piece with peanut butter with the raisins, you know, and stuff like that, I would spit it out. I thought it was terrible. So I never ate celery. I don't know if I've ever had a full stalk of celery, to be totally honest with you guys. And now this is 20 stalks of celery, sometimes 21. I think this one was 21 because it's the rest of the bag, but 21 stalks of celery in 1 day. So, you know.
That looks dirty as hell.
What can I say? And the celery juice actually tastes fine. It tastes like water. Doesn't even taste like celery.
When you do the celery, why don't you just put an apple through it and if you don't want to mix it with other juice, put an apple through it so it grabs the celery and pushes it out of the juicer.
Well, I mean, like kind of like an off water. I wouldn't be like, oh, it's
in a separate bowl.
Just like water. That's not true, but not nearly as pungent as I thought it was going to be. And then as for the other juices, I was pretty sure I wasn't going to like those either. So I've been really surprised with... Well,
can I just say that my slow juicer juices it so well that the pulp that it brings out is almost completely dry and it doesn't have that fancy press on it. And every little piece that comes off is dishwasher safe. It does look like a pain in the butt.
Oh, you know what? I haven't really liked juices at all, like from Clean Juice or Nectar or any of these stores. I thought they all tasted really bad. If you were watching my stories, like I was like, ugh. But there is something about the fresh juice that I'm making here. I don't know if it's the juicer. I don't know if it's because the produce is you know, from my, you know, I'm washing it and then it's, you know, whatever. I don't know if that's why it tastes so good, but there is something very different about the way this juice tastes compared to any juice I've ever had. By the way, it's going to be a little more orange today because there were some carrots left over. So
leftover carrots, holy
crap!
crap!
Of the juicer, so you do the pulp and whatever, and then you do that. So you can't add anything to the celery juice except for celery. So the medical medium is really really strict on that. So my towel.
The medical medium is super strict on that. I hope more and more doctors speak up about the medical medium. because I cannot say that I think that he is not responsible for putting people in precarious medical positions. Thank you, I just washed it. It is air drying. It's my poodle phase. It's my mushroom phase. Thank you, though. It's very kind of you.
Has some orange residue from last night's carrots left on it, so that's why it's looking a little brown and not as green.
Just hot.
So, but I guess my taste buds have changed, I guess is kind of the answer to the question. I don't know if they've changed or if these juices just really actually taste super good. Courtney was here last night, like I said, and I made her some juice, and she was like, Jessie Lee, that is like really good. I'm like, I know! And she's like, that's it, we gotta buy one. I'm influenced. It was funny, so anyway. Alright. So my goal every day is to get 16 ounces of celery juice in the morning. I've definitely been doing that. I've been getting kind of like closer to 18 ounces, which is fine. The brand of the shots I buy, I'm not buying anymore. I've been doing all my own juicing. So, which has tasted way better. I like it a lot more. I feel like the freshness is completely different. The taste is completely different. I even made a spicy curcumin, turmeric, whatever shot the other day. I don't know if you guys saw that one or not. I did that live, I think. And I thought it was going to be terrible. And it was great. So, let me get a cup. Alright, so let's see. This juicer is the Pure Juicer.
What?
It is, I will tell you, it's the most expensive juicer I saw. But I've been trying to follow a lot of the Gerson protocol, and at least like lots of parts of it. I wouldn't say I'm doing full Gerson, because if I do go to one of those hospitals in Mexico, we'll be doing full Gerson there. So I feel like I'm starting to get myself acclimated with this. Trying to get up to as many juices as possible a day. With Gerson, I think it's 13 juices a day, if I'm not mistaken. 4 coffee enemas, etc. And so orange from that carrot that's left over. That's so crazy. Let me see how many ounces I got. Yeah, that's probably right at 16. I don't think that's 18. It's not 18. I can see the line for 18. So we got 16, 17. This is organic celery. Everything's organic. Come on, come on.
Yep, it was pretty cool this morning.
You could even... Interesting. Tastes a little different than yesterday. Actually, a little different than all of them.
You left carrot residue in your juicer. Oh my god.
This one tastes a little bit more like celery than the other ones have, but it's not bad. It's just like a little more like I would probably expect, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Coffee enemas are exactly what it sounds like. The coffee's actually sitting on my stove. I'm going to do it right after this. The coffee goes literally in your butt. And you hold it, and it detoxes your liver. You try to hold for 10, 15 minutes, and it detoxes your liver. Yes, everything's washed with 11.5. And I do it. I've been doing it once a day, sometimes twice a day.
So it goes in your intestines, and you hold it in, and then you release it into the toilet. Your liver is not inside your intestines, so how does it do that? Does it mean it seeps through your intestinal wall into your body? Why wouldn't you just drink it? Why wouldn't you just drink coffee? Do I not understand how these work, and why wouldn't you do it at a medical facility? I'm missing... Yes, it is. If y'all haven't seen, I did one video on Sarah Harnish, who is doing the similar thing for her tumor treatment in Young Living. And she is doing the Gerson method. 4. Yeah, and I know some people have like liver issues, but I don't think that Jessie Lee does. My sunspot. Ugh. Danielle, I'm not cool or rich enough to buy a fancy juicer, so I probably shouldn't talk about it being a flex. I'd rather spend my money on real food. You know, same.
Need to get up to 4, so I need to just split it in the schedule. I'm going to do a coffee enema, and then I'm actually going to go to the gym right after, so I'll have a very clean bum when I go to the gym. And I did just get the rectal ozone in yesterday, and I did it last night for the first time, and I felt like I could feel like coolness or something going down my legs. It was really interesting. I do a lot of ozone stuff. Like I do ozone in my blood, through my blood. I've done the Hocket ozone therapy many times, but I'd never done it straight in my bum. And I was like, anyway, so. Yes, the Yacht, of course. So the Yacht promo, it'll sell out today. So if you're interested in being a Bossly Platinum Accelerator, it's free. When you sign up for a year, you'll go on the boat with us for free with my celebrity friends, and all the extra other annual platinums will be on the boat in Miami. Yummy. Content creators and everything will be there, so it'll be amazing. You guys get a bunch of content for free from me. And then if you want to do platinum monthly, because maybe you don't want to do it, you can't afford it, or whatever the situation is, you can do monthly platinum, and then I'll give you an add-on for it if you want to come on the boat for that. So it's all women so far that are checked out. So I love it. I love making women more powerful, but of course, if you're a man, you can come on the boat too. So yeah. Oh wow, Terry, good Lord, you held the coffee. Impossible for me. Sometimes coffee enema I hold for 15 seconds. So holding for an hour and a half would be impossible.
This video has 4.7 thousand views on it, 320 comments, 172 likes and hearts. So she's getting lots of reach on Facebook from spreading this stuff.
Impossible. My pick line gets put on Monday, so I had to have my consultation yesterday. I thought I was getting put in last night, but they didn't have any available appointments. The reason is you want to do coffee enemas is because all of these juices and all this other stuff is detoxing me. Right, like all the toxins are going to get processed through my liver. So there's so much going on in my liver right now. My liver is trying to keep me trying to heal me. Right, my whole body's trying to heal through the liver, etc. And so you need to help the liver. So that's the point of the coffee enemas, is help the liver, pull it all out. So pretty amazing. Kimberly, I'll send you a DM, or if you want to DM me the word yacht, Kimberly newbie, or anybody. If you DM me the word yacht, I'll send you info. It just makes it easier. I know, right? So or comment the word yacht below. I'll DM you. Whatever you want to do. We do have some people coming from Europe already too. So no shock there. Europeans love my yummy.
Does the liver,
so the whole thing is like that's kind of the dangerous part of like.
Does the liver help you cure cancer? The liver is responsible for filtering blood as it flows to the rest of the body, removing harmful toxins from the bloodstream. The liver also plays a key role in producing bile, a substance necessary for digestion. It helps to regulate the body's metabolism by processing nutrients and storing energy. Additionally, the liver helps maintain proper blood sugar levels, produces clotting factors to prevent excessive bleeding, and helps to remove excessive cholesterol from the body. Overall, the liver's many functions make it an essential organ for maintaining overall health and wellness. I just don't know any of this. Because the next question I ask, it's like, does the liver help cure cancer? No, the liver itself does not cure cancer, but it can play a role in cancer treatment. The liver is responsible for metabolizing many drugs, including chemotherapy drugs used to treat cancer. In some cases, cancer may spread to the liver, making it more difficult to treat. However, there are treatments available to target cancer in the liver, such as radiation therapy or radioembolization, which involves delivering radioactive beads directly to the liver tumor, if you have one in your liver. I'm sorry, I just don't know. I'm just like, where's a doctor?
They were saying when people are all of a sudden become very health conscious, and then they're not pulling all the toxins out of them. Like, it's super important you do that. So the coffee I get from purelifeenema.com. Ooh, Cabo Wabo. All right, Claudette. Hi, Andrew. Do I eat also? Yes, I still eat. I'm a vegan. Dumb. So a PICC line, because I get IVs every single day, and my veins are extremely tired. Extremely tired. I can hardly get in anymore. There's too much scar tissue built up over 6 weeks. Or 8, what is it now? 8 weeks, 9 weeks. 9 weeks of being stabbed every single day. My veins are done. Done.
Is she wearing a ring on her left hand? This is reversed, right? Or is that her right hand? Look, there's a ring.
And so that's going to be my saving grace, will be the PICC line. So, yeah. Chemo comes with, you get a port for chemo, not a PICC line. And I don't want that. You know what I mean? Please, God. Oh, I didn't read you guys today's Chris Beats Cancer. So let's get that.
Oh, my God.
All right. Cancer changes everything. I once heard of cancer patients say, I'm not going to let cancer change me. On the surface, this may seem like an
Sorry. A peripherally inserted central catheter line is a medical device used to provide long-term intravenous access in patients who require frequent or continuous administration of medications or fluids. It is a thin, flexible tube that is inserted through a vein in the upper arm and threaded through to the larger veins near the heart. Once the PICC line is in place, healthcare providers can use it to deliver a variety of medications, such as antibiotics or chemotherapy drugs, as well as nutrition or other fluids, directly into the patient's bloodstream. PICC lines are commonly used in patients with cancer, chronic infections, or other conditions that require ongoing IV treatments. They may also be used in patients who have difficult veins or require frequent blood draws. Sorry.
Admirable pronouncement of strength and defiance towards the disease, but is the wrong position to take.
Good night.
Refusing to change is refusing to take responsibility for your situation, and that is a dangerous and powerless place to be. Cancer will change you, like it or not. So embrace it and let it change you for the better. Let cancer be the wake-up call to change your whole life, to surrender and get right with God, to slow down, to simplify, to reorganize, reprioritize,
Yep, it
to
is
let go
easy
of
to
things that don't
miss.
serve you, to stop wasting precious time, to break your bad habits, to face down and conquer your fears, to take care of yourself like you never have before, to love and forgive the people who've hurt you, to be thankful for every day of your life, and to become the best you've ever been. The best you've ever been. Today's affirmation: cancer is changing me for the better.
Oh.
I love that. And it's very true. I've changed damn near everything about my life. All I do now is business coaching and Prove It. So I'm still recruiting for Prove It for those of you that need a business still. So I sell ketones and I coach people in business. And the rest, I changed my whole life. Went from carnivore to vegan. I've gotten still really quiet. I've never been a meditator. Now I meditate every day. Kicked a lot of people out of my life. Wow.
She has another ring on her other hand. Both of her ring fingers have rings on them. I'm a nosy person. I can't help it. Nothing. Maybe nothing? I don't know. Yeah. Hey Tish, I know this is rough to watch. If you missed the beginning of it, we read the medical medium article about the assistant who passed away after listening to the medical medium from metastatic breast cancer. And we read it beginning because she is pushing this protocol, and I don't think it's safe. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure she'd buy it for herself if Abby couldn't afford it.
Wow. So, this is a good question. Yeah, like peanut butters and stuff like that. Protein, oatmeal has a lot of protein. How have you found being in a pretty new relationship with your diagnosis? Sounds like you have found the perfect man who hasn't been able to go and get stuff. First of all, I love that you appreciate him like that, Alicia, because he's even better than he seems on the internet. Like, when I say, like, I like keeping my relationship pretty quiet, but
You literally have not kept the relationship quiet. We literally know too much shit about what's going on. We don't know. We know too much. We know way too much. Good point, Christy. Sorry, I'm trying to pull your comment up. I think the context of Jessie Lee Ward is important because she cares very much about which rings are on which finger.
He's great. Ask his wife, Tish. Y'all, if you don't follow Tish, she is an incredible creator. She has the most iconic intro song. And then she, a bop, and then she says, "Fancy meeting you here," and it is my favorite part. Literally nothing in her life is kept quiet.
when I say that man is all heart and the purest definition of the love that I have absolutely deserved and worked for to become the person who deserves love like that, there's like not even enough words in I don't know the right words in the English language to describe my relationship. That's just the fact of the matter. Like,
Well, this is my opinion. I would hope that you wait, and again, people may not agree with me, that you would end one committed relationship before starting another. That's my opinion. Not everyone shares the opinion, and I appreciate that not everyone thinks the same way as I do. It is meaningful to me that you end something before you start something new. No, because he threw a fit last time that he was on off camera, off screen. And I don't know if y'all heard the stream with Danielle and I when we covered one of the videos where he was bringing in one of her boxes, the air doctor, and he was like, I can read. And her whole demeanor changed. And he does not want to be on camera anymore. Hello, Rafa. It is a good luck. Yeah, and I'm not just picking on her. Shame on Avi too. Both of them.
Never a question in his mind. There was, like, he's so present. He's not here right now. He goes back every other week for a large chunk of time to go be with his kids in California. So so we're always like, where is he? Why isn't he in your stories? Why? Whatever. It's because he's not here all the time, right? Like he has babies, and so. But like the way he takes care of me, the way he has been so supportive, the way he trusts me through this whole process, and then is there to just love and support and care about everything and hold me when I'm sobbing and all this stuff is just amazing. It's 8 months now, by the way. Like, we just had 8 months. Crazy. Oh my God. I know that's like pretty new, but for me, that's like really long. So yeah, it hasn't changed. I mean, it's changed everything and nothing at the same time. I think it put the relationship on a rocket ship because of a lot of different things, right? Like, you see how somebody's going to show up for you. You see how somebody's going to support you or not support you. You see things. And like, I'm way more emotional now. Like, I've never been a fighter in relationships, and I wouldn't say I'm a fighter, but there's been times where I'm straight up mean to him. And afterwards, I just apologize. I'm like, I don't know what is wrong with my emotions. Like, I don't like talking to you like that. I don't speak to people like that. He's like,
you don't speak to people like that? Maybe Aaron has something else to say about how you speak to people. Maybe you're not aware of how you speak to people. Welcome back, Shadow. They are still married. Yep.
It's okay. Like, you're going through something really serious right now. Like, I know you're not I take things way more personally right now. Like dumb stuff. And then after I get through it and get really pissed off and whatever, I'm immediately like, I am so sorry. And he's just not a fighter. So, when like he will not yell at me, period. Even when I'm like, ah! And I'm going nuts, and that's really not.
Have you seen, go back. Oh, look, this is not watch more of my videos. You can go back and look at the transcript in the video where Danielle and I cover Jessie Lee Ward all the time. And there's a video when he's bringing up the air doctor. And she was talking to him because he brought up all of her packages for her. And she's packing ketones. And she said something to him. And he's like, I can read. And the tone of his voice, it's like, pretending this is my microphone. That doesn't sound like not yelling to me. That sounds, I don't know, passive aggressive, mean, and it shut her down very fast. You berated a man you dated to being married after you found out, and now it's okay. Yep. Money is a great motivation. And indeed, Bunny.
My personality, I'll come home after I kind of like go and decompress somewhere. I'll come back and he'll just be quiet there and he'll hold me. Like, it's amazing. It's a completely different relationship than anything I've ever seen before. So, it's that calm adult love, emotionally intelligent love. It's amazing.
What? Pikachu says what? Emotionally intelligent love? What? What is happening? And he was super snappy with her. He was so annoyed with her when she snapped. I can read. Her whole body language shriveled up like she was a child being scolded. Yeah. You know, and all we have is what we hear on these videos that she posts publicly. Listen. This is just, I don't know what's going on. No, and yep, correct. It is not an open marriage. And Avi is Orthodox Jewish. They don't do open stuff.
It's amazing. So yeah, I bet I do light up when I talk about my man. I'll get you guys links for the books and all that stuff. We're just working on it right now. Yeah, it's interesting because there's been quite a few people who have tried to break us up, and
the state of California. So maybe some of your friends telling you the truth to wait until things are finalized legally and religiously in the synagogue, because the illegal separation in the Jewish faith is different than having the approval from the rabbi. And I'm not sure if I'm saying all the words right. So if you are Jewish, please correct me. And I'm trying to learn as fast as possible. They are frowned upon. Yes, giving his wife a get, which means that she could get remarried. Because if he doesn't give her a get, she doesn't get to remarry in the faith. His wife deserves something far better than Avi, in my opinion.
not my favorite. And I'm like, see, the thing is when you're in a really mature relationship.
I'm sorry, I'm pausing it again. When you're making digs at the person's wife that you're in a relationship with, how is this mature? Sorry if that ruined your ears. I just had to lint roll. A stress lint roll. Yeah, and I hope she does too. But if she is Orthodox Jewish, or if her faith needs certain things to be met, that Avi is the only one that can give, and hopefully the rabbi in the local synagogue, or is it, I don't know all the right terminology, shul, I think is a synagogue, will either force or make him to give her the get, if they're aware of all this and all the evidence online that she has provided. Hopefully get that for her. And I know Aaron and Julie Joe have made all of this information available, or they've said it publicly, and their videos have much further reach to anybody who needs this for court. Yes, get some water. Y'all make sure to hydrate. Katie, have a good night's sleep. Oh my God, her take on narcissism. Holy crap. I can't wait. Okay. For those of you who may not know, Avi was working in Texas last summer when he and JL met on Bumble, and then he just didn't go back to California.
you actually talk about everything. So all the situations that somebody's tried to say about something, I'm like, do you think he didn't tell me about this already? Like,
I'm sure he did. Even if he doesn't tell you, even if he did tell you about it, and you knowing what you've said online about how angry it made you and how you were never going to get involved with a married man again. And then here we are. It just paints you, in my opinion, as a hypocrite. Yes, everyone take a water break. I still have some sweet tea left. We played one of the intros where we downloaded her old TikToks about the situation with Vic, the guy who was married, the Italian guy that she thought she was going to get married and have kids with, who she found out was still married. And she made this whole big stance that she wasn't going to get involved with married people again. And here we are. So now that she is saying, Melissa, apparently Avi has a long-standing habit of actively seeking out women to cheat with while in different states for his job. Well, that's shitty. But I just think that it is interesting that she said all that, and then when it fits her, what she wants, that it's okay to change her mind. Oh my God. Do it. If you need a picture, I'll send you one. Jen, message me on Instagram. Quick floof nugget. My 3-week-old kittens are screaming at each other over who gets what position on mom. She's not pleased. I find it hilarious. Oh my God. So we listened. We played all the TikToks. She didn't know. We played the TikToks where she recounted the whole story. She found out that he was. And then she made this big positioning statement that she was never going to be involved with married people again because she was devastated that Vic was married. And now we're here with Avi, and it's a different story.
We're in a partnership. Like, this is like there's not secrets going on here. And then when things aren't, like, if something bad happens, we communicate, like, learn how to communicate. Our communication is probably one of the coolest things I've ever experienced. Like, no matter what, happy, sad, angry, joyful, every single emotion you can imagine, we're communicating through all of it. So,
Melissa, I'm going to message you something.
Yeah.
Probably tomorrow.
How did you find it going from carnivore to vegan? Was it a bad situation on the toilet? No, I was actually fine. So I don't know. But I did go from, like, surgery into vegan. Hi, Jamie Lynn. The ebbing and flowing of life. Yes, your husband is saying the calm to your crazy. I'm not ever crazy like that. And I've been a straight nut job, like, not that often, but like 2 times in particular. I'm like, what is wrong with me? And he's just like, babe, like, this is normal. Your emotions are going to be crazy through all of this. I'm like, it's true. It's true. Let's see. You love mornings with me. You've made me reconsider what healthy means. I love that. Thanks for sharing the journey. You're welcome. Break you up. Why? You know, I don't know. Like, I was talking to my best friend about this last night, and she said there's one person in particular who, like, it doesn't even matter the things that she was doing. It's very, like, when I look at it in retrospect, it's super psychotic. And she was telling me, she's like, well, Joshua has always said that this girl is a narcissist. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. I still don't know what this narcissist thing means. Like, I feel like all of us have some narcissistic tendencies, right? Like, you care about yourself. And you should care about yourself, by the way, right? It's like, whatever. But she's like, I think she was just trying to get you alone, like, get you away from him, get you away from the people that love you. Because the same person had also said, like, oh, you just have so many blind spots with Courtney. I'm like, she's my best friend. Like, I bet I do have blind spots,
I don't know,
right? Because
I don't know what this drama is about. I have no idea.
I ride with her and she rides with me, and she knows the good, the bad, the ugly, the everything. Like, that's just what we do, right? So you can't really talk, like, don't talk crap to me about my best friend. It's just, like, not an intelligent move. Just like, don't talk crap about my man. Like, I'll have to, hate you. But anyway, yeah, stronger together for sure. And I agree.
Have a
Like,
good day
we
at
talked about this
work.
a lot. He's super religious, of course, as am I. And we've both said things like this, like, whoa, this is the definition of God bringing you somebody because he knew what was going to happen. But
God did not bring you somebody else's spouse. I'm sorry. Is that judgy of me to say? Using psychotic as an insult. Gross. Yep. Well, and again, we can't diagnose anybody, or I won't diagnose anybody. We can say those seem like narcissistic traits, but I'm not going to blanketly say someone is a narcissist. That's just my personal stance. Okay. We have the transcript. Speaker 1, edit, Jessie Lee, and I'm going to do a search. Can I do find cancer? It's because the cancer that's living inside.
Because the cancer that's living inside me temporarily, or maybe it's gone already. I don't.
The pack your punch, man, pack of your punch and the turmeric. I've been crushing how much turmeric per day. I don't know, Debbie. I don't feel like I can overdo it because the cancer that's living inside me temporarily, or maybe it's gone already. I don't know. She was saying the turmeric was taking out the cancer. Okay, sorry.
Claudette says God always places the right people in our lives at the right time. I completely agree with that. So yes. So why juice and not blend? I don't know, because this is what Chris beats cancer and the medical medium and all these people said to do, and I'm getting rid of cancer. You're purging the emotions that no longer serve you. Yes. Oh, for sure.
Please, if you're just joining us, go back to the beginning of this video at the end and listen to the story that was on Apple News about the medical medium's assistant who passed away. Why is this? Sorry, it just keeps pausing.
Narcissists are different than self-love. They try to destroy you while pretending to love you. Hard to explain. Oh, God, that sounds terrible.
What is narcissism?
40 years ago, my sister died of cancer. She started dating her then boyfriend. He stuck by her. They've been married since 1988, and the cancer's long gone. That's the energy we're talking about, Vicky! Ooh-wee! Yes! That's amazing. The biggest challenge so far, this is probably like a bit of the mental game. Like, when you feel as good as I feel.
Okay. Narcissism is a personality disorder characterized by an excessive sense of self-importance, a lack of empathy for others, and a need for admiration and attention. People with narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, often believe that they are superior to other people and have a sense of entitlement. They may have difficulty accepting criticism and acknowledging their mistakes, and may cause harm to others due to their lack of empathy. Narcissism is a complex and varied disorder, and personality traits associated with narcissism may exist on a spectrum, ranging from healthy self-confidence to a pathological obsession with oneself. That's a definition. I'm not saying anything.
But then you know that there's this freaking demon that's trying to live inside you. It's a mind. That's basically the way I would describe it. It's like, how do I feel so good, look so good, feel so strong? And I feel strong every day, which means I know that this is working, by the way, all the stuff that I'm doing. I get vitamin C IVs, by the way, 3 times a week, yeah. But anyway, it's like, it's just kind of a mind F, that's for sure. The other thing that's really interesting is like a lot of people I thought were super close to me because I felt like I was super close to them, are not close to me, which is so weird. Like, even, like, I don't know, I treat leaders in our business really more like family than friends, and maybe that's just my fault, but that's just the way that I like to lead. I like to genuinely care about people and love them. You know my quote, everybody knows my quote, people don't leave where they're loved. That's been my quote that's been.
That people don't leave where they're loved? No, they can leave. You can leave at any time. And if you're saying that love is going to keep someone there when they're financially in a compromised position, that's so twisty. No thanks. No thank you. No thank you.
On the wall of our corporate office for 5 years now. So people don't leave where they're loved. Jessie Lee. And, you know, I genuinely care about people so much. And if something happened to anybody, you know, that's like in our leadership group, I've done it before, like first on a plane, or, you know, constantly checking up, or people who have postpartum, I'm the one texting like constantly and whatever else. And it's
sorry, there is a potential for turmeric to contain heavy metal deposits if it is grown in contaminated soil or if it is processed using contaminated equipment. Heavy metals such as lead, arsenic, and mercury can be absorbed by plants and accumulate in the roots, stems, and leaves, including the turmeric plant. Additionally, environmental pollution and contamination during the processing of turmeric can also contribute to the presence of heavy metals. It is important to purchase turmeric products from reputable sources and to check for third-party testing and certification to ensure that heavy metal contamination is not present. Good to know. Yep. And if you're using love as leverage to trap someone, like, that's a no.
Interesting to see, people that I assumed, because like I've been there for them through a lot of crazy stuff for an extended period of time, literally like ghosting. I'm like, that is very interesting behavior. So like, that's interesting. You really find out who your real friends are. And I was warned by some people who've had cancer that happens, but I was like, are you serious? Like, no, I think my relationships are all like very real. I'm like, holy shit, they're not. But it's cool because once I'll be out of this, obviously, and out of the storm, and when people will want to like come back in, I'll have a whole new perspective. So back to kind of that quote of the day that I read you guys about cancer changing everything. Like, it really has. Like, it's given me a completely different perspective on who actually matters, who actually.
And I don't diagnose people on my channel. I like reading definitions so we know what she's referencing, because holy shit.
I'm paying attention to everything because I have time, because I'm so still now. I'm in such a healing process. It's like, and I know I'm not, and this is not me telling you have to send me stuff, so please don't misunderstand what I'm about to say. If you think that I'm going to forget the people who have sent me things to either support me or heal through this, or, the flipping blankets and the robes and the spa stuff and the frankincense, like, guys, I'm never gonna forget you. Like, it's impossible. First of all, there's a list. Like, I've been writing down a list of people because I don't know. Oh gosh, yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, Elise. The freezing egg process. My God, did you guys know that just to freeze the freaking eggs is $20,000?
Yes, we did know that. At least I know that. And lots of people who want to have kids can't afford it, and they can't afford having a surrogate, and they can't afford IVF. We all know it's friggin' expensive.
Holy hell.
Why does it matter if you make $16 million over the last 5 years? Why would it matter if it's $20,000 to freeze your eggs?
So that's not my favorite. But
you make $16 million over 5 years. You're making a lot of money. Why does a $20,000 payout to freeze your eggs matter?
But anyway, that'll be next week apparently, or not next week. I'm sorry, that's not.
Yes, and the Goldwater rule is why professionals cannot diagnose someone without a like interview or a session or whatever it's called. So yes, that's why I don't want to do it. Yep, and that's why I like to talk, even though it's not in the DSM-5, I like to say malignant narcissism as opposed to narcissism, because there's really good people who are diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder who are self-aware and they do their best not to harm other people. And I say harm. That wasn't the right word.
True. I have an appointment next week. One more appointment next week, and then at I guess day 1 of my next period, I start injecting some of the hormones or something. So they're telling me all this stuff at the appointment next week. So we'll see. So yeah, I guess it's going fine. Saving the little eggies. Has anyone been through that? And we're rechecking my insurance, by the way, for it. So I'm like, are you kidding me? This is like a criminal activity.
No, it's not.
And I think that if you have cancer, you should be able to.
It's not criminal. It's expensive as shit to do. I wish it was free I wish it was not as expensive. I wish people had access to it.
To get your eggs frozen for free. I think that should be changed in the healthcare system too. Like, how much could it possibly actually cost?
A lot, because you have specialized people going in and doing it, and it requires all this special equipment to keep them frozen and to store them correctly so they don't get ruined.
Like, did you know to hold your eggs in the freezer past the first year is another $750 a year? Every year they're in that damn freezer. I'm like, what?
Because electricity and the storage and the freezer and checking on it and making sure that the temperature stays the same and having someone manually look in on it.
Whatever. Maybe I'll go freeze my eggs in Costa Rica or something. I'm kidding. My eggs get sold.
Tell us what you really think of Costa Rica. Tell us what you really think of Costa Ricans. Are you serious? I'll go freeze my eggs in Costa Rica? Just kidding, they'll get sold. Obs, hello. How are you? I wish I could say hi to everybody. I know I'm missing people coming in.
Ooh, this is some successful woman. Sell her eggs. Sell them. Sell them.
Just another instance of how little she thinks about other people in other countries. That's I'd want to go there because it's cheaper, but I think that the people who actually are from there are criminal. And give me a break. I'm trying not to cry. I'm going to take a drink of tea. Mr. Ranger Lab said, legit cryo stuff also requires backup systems, continual oversight, and management. Yes. Thank you for saying that. Hey, Amber. I'm glad you're able to get some stuff done. Good to see you in the chat.
I'm kidding. I don't feel like that about Costa Rica. I was just, don't take that as an offensive thing.
Even though I said it and I went on, don't take it as offensive. Or you could just say, I'm sorry, I said it. I shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, I understand. Some people don't know what to say, like you mentioned with divorce. Yeah, but it's just kind of like people you thought would be your supportive friends just aren't, so it's weird. Anyway,
Or
I am going to go ahead and finish.
some people don't know what to say, and it's not mean, and it's not against people who have cancer. Sometimes it's not the best thing to say, but sometimes it's like makes you freeze when you're trying to figure out what to say to a loved one that you care about and you don't want to further upset them because you don't want to cry or make them feel defeated because they're fighting a disease. It's more complicated than just ghosting someone who's sick.
My last 2 ounces of celery juice. Oh, you're welcome, Rosie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Running to the gym. And then it's time for the Pacific Islander Festival. Again, if you want information on getting on the yacht in Miami, it is free when you do platinum for a year. And it is an upgrade if you are already in platinum or if you want to do platinum for a month of the monthly program. Just send me the word yacht in a DM or comment it below. It's going to sell out today because there have already been people who have checked out. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you later on Jessie Lee's Joyful Juicing Kitchen. Bye, guys.
Sorry. Unsuccessful. BRCA is also very rare for colon cancer. So her saying that she's BRCA positive is confusing me. I know Jessie Lee Ward's a lot. I think it's important to continue talking about it because she can hurt real people with what she's saying about medical medium and the harm that, in my opinion, that the medical medium has caused by saying that he's somehow omniscient and can see into people's lives and accurately portray health situations, and that freaking celery juice is going to fix them. And she's continuing to spout that and say that it's curing her. And she says things in this transcript that she is getting healthy, that she's never felt better, that she's never had as more energy than she has right now. And it's because of the medical medium and all of her alternative treatments. And then she's adding video proof of it. As someone who has gotten sucked in to this stuff, I don't want anyone else to get sucked into it. Thanks, Elizabeth. When is this? I'm going to Miami on Tuesday. Is this stuff going to be soon? I don't know when it is. Let's see. Jessie Lee Ward. If she even did her SEO correctly. Her website for the accelerator doesn't even come up on the first freaking page. Jessie Lee Ward Accelerator. Bossly.com, not the accelerator. Milkshake app, not the accelerator. Mastermind, not the accelerator. Spotify, LinkedIn, Distractify. The accelerator doesn't even come up on the first page. Who's doing your SEO? How do we even get to the accelerator? I'm trying to pull it up for y'all. Oh my God. Links and resources. You should have a tab on your website for accelerator. Coaching. This is the worst website I've ever seen. Introducing Bossy Accelerator. Enrollment status currently open. 16 seats available. Big whoop. Oh my God, Eric Worry. I'm trying to see where the Miami stuff is. I think it's going to be in the next few weeks. I'm not sure. Hello, Lynn. Y'all, have a good night's sleep. I'll have to figure this out. The next stream, we will be looking at her business corporation listings. I'm sorry, Lynn. I mean, good morning. I just finished crying, so I don't know if this is a good stream for anybody, but I hope that the beginning part. Hey, Run the World. Sorry, I missed saying hi to you. Can anyone agency stop that medical medium guy? I don't know. The FDA? Be well, DC. We all love you. Keep deep diving this if you can. Just want you to be healthy and safe. Thank you. I meant your tears autocorrect got me. Y'all are very nice. Thank you. No bloody sleeping. Honestly, you and Run the World need to pick up your... let us know when your new restock drops. I'm happy to promote you. I love your work and I love your stitch markers. Yeah, it's a very sobering stream. I hope that it helped see the danger of listening to the medical medium. DC, I just want to say I appreciate you so much with my mom likely having cancer and favoring alternative remedies. I sadly need to stay up on things. I'm sorry, Becky. Lynn, you're incredible. I hope you have a great day at work. It's hard, but needs to be heard and talked about. It's dangerous stuff that medical medium is pushing, and Jessie Lee Ward's pushing dangerous rhetoric too. Yeah. Tish, you're incredible. Thank you for hanging out the last few minutes. Y'all, if you don't follow Tish, I'm going to link her channel again. I'm going to link Ov's Etsy. If I miss someone else, linking anybody else, I will link y'all in the next live stream. I'm going to go to sleep or just try to wind down from the stream. Make sure to do something for yourself. Drink some water. Snuggle your floof. And I will catch you probably tomorrow. It's a national holiday today. Oh my God, I hope you get to play Dreamlight Valley all day long. Or craft or watch movies or do something fun. Yeah, and Becky, I'll be thinking and praying about your mom. I hope things turn out okay. I hope they do, Becky. Allison, thanks so much, Sky. Good to see you. Okay, everyone have a good night. Bye. Oh God, where's my outro?